to do it now.
I was laughing at the Lego box.
We're desperate today. I was laughing because somebody brought it.
Oh, that's leftover from the chili cook-off. I haven't
Oh,
checked yet.
gotcha.
I had to leave early because my kid got sick,
Oh, yeah.
and I didn't take it with me, you know?
Yeah.
Ryan, you forget
You're like, I'm leaving and I'm taking my
No,
kid.
so
Taking my fucking chili.
I need to get one that clamps for the little GoPro because I've only got the tripod that holds my phone. The other tripod I keep using is the gym one that people use for like recording workouts and stuff. I gotta get my own because I was like, my tripod doesn't hold the GoPro.
Sounds like a great Christmas present idea.
Right? All right, let's get warming up. We're gonna start with our reverse delegiva. So this hand, we're gonna scoop under. You want to get about an elbow deep, but I tend to go shallower a lot of times. And we're going to roll onto our shoulder. This outside leg comes inside. Pull out the leg that was the delegiva hook. You scoop the other side. And as we come around, we're going to be putting our foot on their hip because of the drill. Normally we would not do this because you notice that he'll collapse down and he'll get us into a nasty steam lock if we end up doing that. So, in reality, when we come out here, we'd be keeping our foot off unless you're going to push off balance real quick. But from here, scoop. If you need help, you can reach across to grab the other leg. But the point of this is we don't want to be knocking our partner over. We shouldn't be moving him. It should be us flowing around them. You use a lot of the pulling on their ankles to give yourself the rotation here. Okay? And we're just going to go back and forth. Nice and easy. Alright? So, partner up. 1, 2, 3.
It's hard to just get into this.
We get
Go.
I've actually never done this, so.
Oh my god.
So left hand. So slide your hip to the outside of the foot. Get that reverse delegiva. Left hand goes underneath. Under, all the way. Go under. There you go. So now when you're pulling yourself under, you want to think about rotating, getting onto your shoulders. Also, this will be a little easier if you're starting from an angle more like that. Okay. So, start there, and then now you want to get
5 seconds remaining. 3,
on your shoulder.
2,
there you go.
1.
Now that foot goes under.
Done.
There you go. That's it. Yep, that's it. Pull back. Yeah. Pull back. Put in. Keep this. Put in. Keep your head. And through. So this one will be on the outside. Yep. So then.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Right. Left.
What?
Go.
So grab on the outside with that hand. There, because now it'll be in the right spot when you come around.
Okay.
There you go. Grab on the outside. You can grab like the pull this foot in. And then that one's over. Yeah. Yep, that's it. You want to switch it? Yeah. I thought we were just giving Ryan's. So you need to pick a side, but you need your butt on the outside. And it has one leg on the inside, and then your hips on the other side. And then this and underneath. There you go. And this one. Like that. There you go. Yeah.
5 seconds
Rotate on your
remaining.
shoulder.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you need to get that
Done.
leg a little bit. And then, yep, and then pull underneath and get this foot in. And then pull that leg out. There you go. Where it was? Well, it's okay. Yeah, the rest of it is just tweaking. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go over the fall sweep. We had entered from here before. This is going to be one of the spots that entering into the fall sweep is easiest. Coming in with reverse de la Hiva. And reverse de la Hiva and them standing. This is going to be the easiest end. So we're going to reach behind the knee with the outside arm. We're going to be elevating onto our hip. Onto our shoulder, because we want to get our hip up over that knee. We're going to pull this foot through, and we're going to be pulling back tight on the back of his butt. As soon as I get my leg through, I can shoot a deep underhook. I can gable grip, and I can post my foot into the ground, my toes into the ground, and I'm going to be kicking him forward. When his hands touch the mat, that makes this back leg real light. I'm going to take a C-clamp grip just on the ankle here, kick through. We're going to lock our feet up. Remember, you don't need to do a figure 4 because it's actually a little looser. So we want to cross at our ankles and tighten everything up here. And then we just come into this backside heel hook. Okay. Do it again. So we're entering into reverse de la Hiva. This hand. So I know we were just doing this scoop underneath with our drill, but this one you'll typically just be grabbing the heel under here. When we're ready to enter, we're going to reach across with the outside arm. We're going to get up onto our shoulder. We're going to pull this outside leg up over the knee, and we're going to hook tight behind his butt. While we're getting this foot through and getting it tight behind the butt, this arm's going to shoot in all the way elbow deep. Gable grip. We're going to kick off the mat while we're kicking him forward. Off balance him. Get his hands on the mat, which lightens up this leg. C grip at their ankle. Kick your leg clear. Bring it around. Lock your ankles. Pinch your knees. Come together. And now we've got this heel hook on the back side here.
When on that very last step, are you like pushing them down or with when your ankles are locked?
Yeah. Yeah. When I got my ankles locked here, the actual finishing of this, like once I get them there and I kick this through, yeah, I'm gonna be pinching my knees together, and the bend that I have on this creates a lot of pressure that's pushing Evan forward. Okay. So when I get this, and here's the other point, is this scoop grip under the knee is really important. Keeping this bent the whole time and keeping the pressure of pushing down on their ankle so that you keep this bend in it, because we don't want him to get a straight leg. If his leg's all straight and out and standing, we've messed up a lot. So once you get this deep hook, you got this, you're pinching, that'll drive him down. You can just slide straight in. Go right there. So you want to prep your wrist and get their heel onto the bone of your wrist there. And then you can remove the deep hook under the knee. Okay? Kimberly, and I'm sorry, I forgot your name again? Colby. We're going to go over some straight ankle locks with you two, okay? But otherwise, partner up. I'll go walking around.
You want to see?
Oh, Evan, you want to see? I think you see. Yeah, you got it. I heard it. All right. Partner up. 1, 2, 3.
you'll have to work with us.
You coming down? Keep on.
All right. Okay, so we're going to work on horse trading. So, the main points of, if you sit down, let me use your ankle. The main points of the straight ankle that we want to remember is you'll get, when you talk about how to enter into, you can get this essentially anytime you can wrap the ankle, you've got it. Like, if someone puts their ankle up and you can wrap it here, you can just sit and now you're doing it straight. Yeah, even if it's a bad one, you're at least going right. So when I'm attacking it, the position I want to be in, this is called ashi, or single leg X. If they're standing up in this position, it's called single leg X. If they're on the ground, it's ashi. Just this. So this outside leg comes around and goes on the hip pocket. Like that. And we're going to get tight pressure here, okay? This foot is going to scoop on the outside, because if you keep it here and you start going for this ankle lock, she can just reach down with both her hands and pull this. That if I would have removed my foot, if she keeps it there and pulls it this way, that's going to blow my knee out. So that's why I moved my foot back when she's there. So that is actually a really good defense to someone doing straight ankle, is grab that heel and start threatening the heel hook to it. And if nothing else, you'll pull it out. And then once they lose this, they've lost everything. If I don't have this, if I don't have control of pinching this knee down to the end of the foot, I don't have any attack. So set up. I'm going to set here. I'm thinking about pinching my knee to my ankle, and I'm hooking this tight under her butt. I'm trying to get on the outside so that it makes it harder for her to grab that heel to do that. So, now, if you really wanted to dive on this, you spread your hands through this side and kick that leg out. But I'm going to make it as difficult as possible, and I'm going to keep this tight. I'm hitting there, and it's going to be much harder. Okay, so that's all the bottom down there. Now, what we're doing up here is, right now I've got a really, really high grip on this, because couple things. Right now I'm using the flat of this arm instead of the blade. I want to be using the blade. And it's way high up. I want to blade my wrist is the bony part. This is what we choke everyone with. This is what we call it. You want to get real used to using the blade right here. This 3-inch strip. That's what you want. So the way we get that in the right place is, even if I'm up high like this, I'm going to just shut my arm straight back, and my wrist will catch on the heel. So when you're here and you pull back, it catches on the heel. Now, I prefer, there's 1,000 different ways of doing this. If you look up online, you'll see a million different grips and everything else. This is just the way I like to do it, because I'm lazy. So I get my wrist all the way to the end, and I keep it plastered here. But right now, I can see her toes back there. I don't want to be able to see any toes. So I'm going to pull my shoulder off, and I roll it like I'm on the beach trying to show muscles to the ladies.
Yeah, he was holding on to the
So I go like this, and I pull back.
That's hard to do.
So now you can see how it's causing a reaction. And I'm rolling her ankle around, and that tightens it up. So from here, I've got that tight, and I'm going to be sitting on my elbow. But I want my shoulder where my elbow is. So I'm going to go real slow, because it can tighten up quite a bit, and she's going to tap when getting to a point that's probably where she's going to. So I'll let you feel it. Here, anytime I can grab this leg, enter in, this foot goes out of the hip pocket, this one push behind the butt, So I've got this really high grip right now. So I'm just gonna pull my arm to where it hooks on this. And this rolls back. So now here I am. I'm gonna replace the shoulder where my elbow is. So I'm gonna go here, here, and then if I can get there and I can get that, then what people always do when they screw up is they're looking at you and they're going like this and they're like, are you tapping? Are you tapping? Don't worry, but feel for the person to tap because I want to bridge this way. I want to look all the way behind you.
You're not even
So
worried
you can
about
understand it's pretty tight, even though it's just in that place. And then you kind of start to rotate it around that way. Yes. Yeah. So, one thing you can do is you can go back and forth or do angle lock, one person, other person. So,
First. Yeah, but I do think, like Justin said, I think this arm needs to be under your leg.
yeah.
Essentially, you're going from under there and then you want to go there.
Yeah. So you want to be like tight in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to get close to her.
Yeah. Try not to move that arm if you can. That's the hard part. That's the hard part.
And so just everything you guys do go really slow.
I don't think it helps that your legs are like so.
And then you want to, if you think about raise up, slowly get your shoulder onto the mat there.
I feel like,
Okay.
I mean, I obviously fucked that up, but your legs getting straight.
How long have you been doing it? If you have to standard strength, third week. You want to put it on your pocket. You want it right here. And it's always the hand that's locked.
I live in Indiana, so yeah, just southern, so there's nothing really over there whatsoever.
So it's the same.
Yeah.
No, you'll typically get that under was really just for our purposes.
Yeah.
So this one, so that get out your shoulder.
Sure.
And then this,
Yes.
goes underneath the, it hooks right there.
I think you'll have to on your shoulder. I don't exactly know how, but you have to somehow get up on your
Now
shoulders. Because you're kind of like rolling around in the back.
This foot posts your toes here. Yeah. Yep. And you want to gable grip this hand and this hand.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay. Kind of gable grip that. So gable grip this way. That's good. So now you're pulling him in from your elbow being right there, while you're kicking this, and you're rolling on your shoulders. Nope, not away, not away, not away. You're rolling on your shoulders. Roll on your shoulders.
This one.
You need to pull yourself underneath. You want to pull yourself this way, and you want to roll on your shoulder. Well, you kick him over. Kick him over. There you go. So now, nope, that it. So now this, nope, stop. Stop. I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to help you. So, you do a C-clamp. Push here. Take that free. Up. Nope. Take that in. Nope. Alright.
Yeah.
You just started doing stuff before I was telling you what to do. I was trying to walk you through all this stuff. No, it's okay. So let's
try that again. Here. I'll try walking you through the steps. And just do what I'm saying when I'm saying. So, first go deeper. Nope. And on the feet. So, this one. And on your shoulder. On your shoulder. And this one. This hand comes up and over, and then threads through. There you go. Now back to the ball. So now let's go with this hand. Pull this around.
This is here.
So now you're going to dive off your toes here. While you're diving your shoulders and then rolling him over you.
Oh yeah, I did too.
You've got this here. You want to do this. You're up like this. You want to roll over your shoulder. You want to roll this way. So from here,
You know, like from the boring classes or
this,
And roll that way. There. Now stop. So now you let go with this hand. You see where it fits. And then keep it around. And then lock these feet up. Okay. So now this, let go. Comes around. Grabs the armor. Up down to where this is. I think we're a little this time. I don't know how to behind it. I don't know if I was to the end of. Because you're supposed to just kick through. Oh, and have control this move. Yeah, so it should be down there. So that when you. Nope, let go.
I agree.
Your legs are straight.
Yeah, I think
that initial. I don't know.
No, you didn't want him to go
Getting
further
on your-
out. You all of this
shoulder
stuff
is
you
hard.
do.
I think just do it.
Why don't you do it to?
I think that helps you get your other leg.
Yeah. It seems like it would be easier without the way the arm.
Just to kind of pulls on my leg to help me get up on this.
So let's go back. This.
So now
And
we
this.
know how to get in this position.
So here, this is gonna hook in there. This hand doesn't leave this knee until the final break. Okay, so this hand is gonna be there the entire time. It's actually gonna slide a little deeper, but yeah. So from here. So get up on your shoulders, pop this leg up and over that knee, and right there you go. So now, so one of the things that you're having a problem with is your entry direction. It's easier if you're here. Because when you get on your shoulder, so no, you keep pulling yourself under like this. You're making it harder on yourself.
Okay.
Get on your shoulder here.
Pressure.
I don't think I can.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. That's it. Get on your shoulder there.
Sorry.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. And this foot comes up over that knee. But yeah. So this, as soon as it gets past, is when this goes all the way elbow deep. Pull that right leg out, right hand out, and give grip. Yep, give grip right there. So now you've got your toes driving. You want to think about driving it forward, just rolling over your shoulders. Okay, now once you stop here, let's go with this hand. C grip. Essentially, you can sit here really, and then you kick this leg out. So you want to keep it around. That's why I do it.
I broke it. Alright, go ahead.
So you can grab, put this foot lock it, and then you can squeeze down. That's going to keep him bending down there. You pull that out, and that's. But I still keep them bent, and you're holding them down. So you have to grab that and pull that around. There, stay put out. Yep. So go back, because even if you would have gotten a tap, we're going to win. So there's two things: did you get it or did you get away with it? You got away with it. So go back, grab it. Okay. So now what I want you to do is slide it. And one thing that I didn't point out is the way I think about this. I'm just going to borrow something. When I do it, I actually think about putting my elbow out because I want my wrist to there, and then I want to do that.
If I'm trying to like roll over your elbow, I think that is. Pretty sure that's from the last.
Oh yeah, that's right. Get caught. It's not. Like you're only going to put it back there, and then so think about as you're getting into the lock, you want to keep it flat, and then oh yeah, no, I get that. It's one of those things that like yeah, and that's because you're a big, strong dude, and when you get that foot and you start twisting, like, I mean, technically, I can just grab my foot and twist really hard one direction and be like, ah, that hurt, but I'm not gonna get that on. So it's just tightening up the technique. You want to make sure that we get it as clean as possible. But yeah, that guard break is the best way.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Eric. I was like, what position would I even get to do this?
Yeah. Well, and that's funny because we talked about it before too.
See, like your elbow is like,
I literally just grab their ankle.
it's kind of like,
I just grab it. If that ankle is just sitting to the side, you can just grab it, put it in your armpit, and start working on it. I know that's so nuts.
it's probably harder to get your arm up to do the big if you're not doing that.
So, go back. And go back. Slow down. Super, super, super slow down. You should be thinking about everything that you're doing here because you definitely don't have the muscle memory to just grip and grip. So, especially at first, anytime we're doing this stuff, like this, like, you know, we've had sessions where it's like the hair's just ripped off. Just all you do is like you're just doing this. Get into this and get used to like getting it into it.
And see, like, how
First
first now,
starting.
Yeah.
he's still got the same grip as we've got.
There's no danger.
You're in my elbows out here.
Submitting. We're just
Yeah,
getting
we're doing that. Like, he's doing that.
And once we get here, then like if you notice when I'm doing it, I'll be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna do everything super, super slow. I even know that you've got a lot of travel distance here that I can still do, but I'm still gonna get there slow just because, you know. So it's just super, super slow, especially on any sort of kick. Like, you can rush through other stuff. I don't want you to, but being a decent partner, you can even rush through stuff until you get to the submission. Once you get to anything close to a submission, you slow down to quarter speed, 10% speed, you just drag it out.
So it's just trying to get it right on that blade.
Yeah.
To bring it out.
Yes. That's perfect. Yep. And that will make that look like it's the right position. And so the other thing you can do is, because I'm showing the like tucking it in and keeping it on there, people have a problem, especially at first, with doing my technique this way, because they're like, yeah, they're like, as they're kicking their foot down, they're having a hard time. driving to the end position, one thing you can do is, like, take a blade fist or something, you can reinforce with your other hand, and you can keep it there. Now, if you want to keep this arm really tight to your body, we'll do a hot tucks really tight to your body because the closer to the side of your body, the stronger you are. But when you get it there, you can reinforce with this, and you can come over. I used to do this all the time.
So you don't lose the leg.
Yeah, it's just so you don't lose the leg, you don't lose the position, and if you're doing anything like this, they're gonna grab that arm and they're pulling you to get you off. So if you start to the defense to some of the you're starting to do the very first thing you want to do is you want to pull your toes and then jam your foot. So remember how I said you want that on the ankle? Yeah, I'm trying to get it pushed through so that you can get it. And then it's going to be
I think it's better than when we started.
but so there's that. As soon as you start getting there, I'm going to take you through. And that's really good. That's where I would be tapping at this point because you have a really good deep bite. You have already rolled your shoulder back, and you've got this foot on me. Like you're freaking hard that I can't. The clearing
so long that I don't know
you're
if I
pushing
could actually do
pushing
it.
this like that.
I mean, I guess
got this.
it's
It's hard. It's really hard. Now, you want to keep your butt as close to me as possible. You want to get that nice and tight when you're doing these things.
That also
But
makes it hard.
one of the first things I would be doing, because so you're doing one of the more straight up blocks. Like I said, there's 1,000 variations. But what a lot of people will do is they'll rotate this way and be trying to do like a belly down, rotating. Like that. So what we want to do is we want to grab this knee and we want to push this knee up. Because it's impossible for you to put it down if I'm holding that knee like this. Now, the one that you're doing right now is more of this and rotating this way, and it doesn't defend against that. Which, for you to do it, as long as you can get it, it works. Yeah. I'm gonna line up everyone. Alright, guys. Sorry. Today's weird.
I think we could honestly just do this again.
I mean,
I kind of sort of know what I'm doing now.
it's a really hard entry to get into at first. And then I was talking to Evan about it, and the real reason why I wanted to have this around again, I was talking to Evan about this, and he's like, man, this pops up everywhere. Like, you can always get into the false read. I haven't do it. But we were talking about one of the issues you tend to get is if you're driving down, come down and the person's driving into you, it's really hard to get underneath. Like if you post this out a little bit and be like driving in, and yeah, it's really hard. And I was like, but there was a video that I saw that you didn't get that, and he's like, yeah, it's really hard. I'm like, I know. So one thing that I didn't even think of is I need to still duck under this outside leg here to get any sort of movement going. Well, what I can do is I can pop up on my elbow. And by popping up on my elbow, now I'm creating an angle that I can come through on, and that'll help. Because if I'm stuck down here and he's got that flattened down, I can't get rotation going at all. But if I pop up on my elbow, then I can. And I can drive a lot harder. And then once you're back here. So one thing that I saw quite a bit, when you're back here, keep this bent, however you need to keep it bent. He's probably going to be trying to straighten it out a little bit, but with keeping this tight to my chest and kicking this leg out, I can control the bend. I'm going to hold it here, and then I'm going to clear my leg. I'm not really like pushing his leg or doing anything weird. I don't know. I'm just
C-clamp, bring my leg out and around, and then I can collapse him down back here, drive it forward, and he lands right in.
That was kind of one of my questions is, do you try to get the heel hook while he's on his, or do you want him to roll over first before you get?
Yeah, I'm gonna want to roll him over because I'm gonna want to keep that. Let me finish the. Alright, here. So from here, when I'm here, I'm keeping this bend the whole time, and I'm gonna be locking my feet together. I'm gonna be doing this, and that's when I'm gonna be creating the pressure. Once I get him into the position I want, then it's just gonna be, because remember, my hand is here. So all I'm doing is rolling my wrist around the ankle, and it falls into position.
So you can finish it with him in the
Oh, absolutely.
in the
This
push-up
is-
position.
Yeah.
So you don't want him to necessarily roll over.
No, this is fantastic. This is the backside here. So I've got this, roll it over. Once I've got it wedged in my armpit, then I can pull this one out and here. And now this is where I bridge. And I'm just gonna blow his knee that away. So, did you want to see that last explanation? Steve, how are you? Over here, when I'm kicking through here. So here's gonna be the main points we were doing was I'm keeping this bent, and what you didn't see was this is the pressure you were feeling where I'm keeping it bent. Then I'm just posting my hand and bringing it around. I'm not pushing or kicking. I'm just hand here, bring my leg around. From here, this is where if I'm driving forward at all, but the feet come together. This hand's here, just gonna roll it around on the heel. And then when I've got everything all locked in, that's what I'm doing.
Did you ever used to go knee to ankle? Ever thought this before?
With the locking it up?
Yeah, not locking it up, but just going like, instead of going like here, you're going like there.
Yeah, you can do any configuration with the legs on that backside. There's once you've got it pinched, you can do. I think on the finish, the outside leg coming up over top. There we go. Okay. So for here, I think the strongest is to get them knocked over. I think the strongest is when I've done that, just to get them off balance and get them forced over all the way. But then I end up doing this one, and I don't know why I think it's tighter. I'm pinching. This leg gets pinched into the hip, and this one's pulling it in. And so from here, if you can feel how it loosens up as you feel how that got looser. That's because I was pulling my ankle back into the figure four instead, and that actually loosens it up. Okay. All right, we'll get some rolls going here. Okay, this will go, you're right on time? 4 hours. Oh, we're gonna go 3 minutes over if that's okay with people. Sure. All right, so leg locks or leg attacks only. Tap early and often, and catch and release. Just don't blow anyone's stuff, all right? Go. You're up.